ladies and gentlemen, or good afternoon. Rex Sifford alongside Bill Boyle at the Severe Valley Center in Richfield. We are glad you joined us. It is the Central Utah Boys Basketball Preview here yesterday afternoon and now this afternoon. And yesterday's action saw the Monticello Buckaroos losing to Kanab, the San Juan Broncos winning in comeback fashion over the North Summit Braves. And so up in the state tournament, and then for San Juan a little bit later this afternoon, it'll be a battle against the defending 3A champion Manti Templars. So Bill, it's going to be an exciting day today. Both of these two teams, who are San Juan County teams, are playing, have a whole lot of seniors on their roster.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. Early season test, see what we need to work on and what we can do moving ahead. Two good games yesterday. Monticello fell to Kanab, but those boys, they want a second chance. Kanab has had Monticello's number for the last couple of years, and it was a competitive game yesterday. And aside from a few early season turnovers, I think this Buckaroo squad could have been in that game. And then San Juan just looked awesome. They really ran into an experienced, talented North Summit Brave team and fell behind early, but came roaring back in the fourth quarter to have an awesome win. Anyway, some great basketball yesterday, and it's going to be good today too. Glad you're here to join us.
Well, we did get a chance just a little bit ago to talk with brand new Monticello Buckaroo head coach Josh Keyes. He has one game officially under his belt now, and he'll move on here at the Severe Valley Center. Here's what he has to say as we get set to look at his tough matchup this afternoon.
Lane Center on mute. Lane Center. Now? Oh, I know.
Welcome back to the Central Utah Boys Basketball Preview at the Sevier Valley Center, brought to you by Richmond City and the Sevier School District. Time now for your starting lineups, starting with the Enterprise Wolves. Coming in at number 4, Rayland Randall. Number 13, Matthew Ballard. Number 15, Tyler Hyatt.
And we do want to say thanks to Coach Kais for visiting with us, already into the call-out of the starters here today, so I'll try to catch up from behind on Enterprise, and then we'll move on to Monticello first, but let me get some of these numbers. Bill, maybe you can help me on the starters' numbers here. So 4, 10, I think it was, 15, and 13. So we'll call Enterprise's names here in just a minute. We'll go straight to Monticello now. Technically the home team for today, it'll be number 24, 6-foot senior forward Grant Nebeker. Number 30, 6'3", senior guard Cedar English. Number 10, 6'1", junior forward Devin Hatch. Number 5, 6'1", junior guard Boston Freestone. And number 25 for Monticello, 6-foot senior guard Joe Boyle. And it is the usual suspects for Monticello this afternoon, the same guys who started yesterday, as we get set for game number 2. A tough 10-point loss for Monticello yesterday against Kanab, so they'll look to bounce back today. But boy, if you look at this Enterprise team, as Enterprise wins the opening tip, so we are already underway, and as soon as we get a moment, we'll talk about last year's Enterprise team and talk about some of these players who have returned. Enterprise missing a layup try, Matt Bowler on the shot that went awry, and now he gets wide open in the left corner for 3, and that opens the scoring this afternoon. So Matt Bowler missing the layup, steps back into the left corner and drains the 3 as Monticello neglected to cover him. Buckaroos with their first possession of the afternoon, and it's Devin Hatch, top of the key, goes right side Joe Boyle. Boyle with a crossover down to the baseline, runs into traffic, dumps it back out high, Grant Nebeker. He looks and hands off to Freestone. Freestone with the crossover. Dribbles across the free throw line, dumps it back to English, now to Hatch. He's out almost straight away, and he'll look to Freestone now left wing. Tight defense, man-on-man by Enterprise here. And the Buckaroos right now just trying to find an open look. Joe Boyle has it right wing. Goes with the crossover, now tosses back to Hatch. Right of the paint, he stumbles, throws it up high off the glass. He'll draw a foul and shoot 2.
Fouls on number 4, Ryland Randall is first. At the line is number 10, Devin Hatch.
So Devin hits the first of 2 foul shots. I'm not sure who the foul is on. It's not on the clock. Did you see who the foul? Thank you. So it's Ryland Randall, the first foul of the afternoon. We're gonna have to pay attention to the referee much closer than normal, as we don't have the fouls on the scoreboard today. Hatch made one, missed the second, and Enterprise on a quick transition. They have it set up in the offensive end. Right wing now, it's number 20, Brecken Nelson. He'll come around top of the key. Now left wing for Randall. He'll cross over on Hatch, goes to the basket, and he's gonna be fouled from behind on Hatch, who may have rolled the ankle here, and this will be a big loss for Monticello. They've already had a couple players go out with injury during this event here in Richfield, and so Coach Kai is obviously looking on a little nervously here. So Enterprise will inbound in the front court, and they'll set it up high. Nelson, right wing, and they swing it around for a 3 again for Bowler, but he misses this time, and now a foul on Enterprise on the ensuing rebound. So Bowler in the early stages, 1 of 2 from long range. This Enterprise team returns a lot of players. A lot of juniors on the squad last year, to include their leading scorer, Tyler Hyatt, who you heard Coach Kais mentioning in the pregame interview. He scored 323 points last year for this Enterprise Wolves team, and that was about a fourth of their offense last season. So he is obviously one of the big men returning as Enterprise steals it away from Monticello, and the Wolves on the run. Joe Boyle steps in the way of Bowler, and he'll commit a foul. Bowler can't make the shot fall, but he'll go to the line.
Foul on number 25, Joe was first at the line for the Wolves, number 13, Matthew Bowler.
So it looks like Bowler's going to go to the line and shoot 2 here, and he drains the first. So that makes it 4-1, and actually I don't think I registered Devin Hatch's. Yeah, I only have the missed free throw for him, so I'll have to give him a free throw. I'm trying to sell him short here. Monticello's on the board with 1 point, so they're down by 3 as Bowler misses the second of the 2 shots, and the Buckaroos will inbound, and Joe Boyle will walk it up.
Get underneath the start.
Monticello's all down low near the offensive baseline here. Now they start to move as Boston Freestone has it on the right wing. He dribbles into the middle, pulls up for the jumper, doesn't get the roll. It comes right off the front of the rim. And a nice job by Cedar English to track that down, and he hits the 18-footer. Monticello's first field goal of the game, 4-3 for Enterprise now as they trim the lead down to 1. Devin Hatch knocks the ball away, and Joe Boyle grabbed it. He was fouled, and the Buckaroos will take possession. Another foul on Enterprise.
That was on number 28, Brecken Nelson, his second. Checking
So Brecken Nelson's second, and they don't have that up there. Oh, no, they do. All right. So 3 fouls now for Enterprise, and Monticello has 2. And the Buckaroos have the basketball, a chance to take their first lead of the day here on the defending runners-up. As Boston Freestone drives to the right side of the paint. Now he gets a pass underneath. Spins into some traffic, and he's going to have it knocked away. Now they battle. Everybody on the floor piling on this one, and it's going to be a jump ball in favor of the Buckaroos.
Jump ball, Buckaroos ball. Checking into the game for the Wolves, number 23.
So Monticello can reset here in the offensive end. 5:02 remaining in the opening quarter. We're glad you've joined us. Central Utah Boys Basketball Preview Day 2 action. We're covering Monticello and San Juan. Buckaroos against Enterprise now, and here's a Joe Boyle 3 that's going to give the Buckaroos their first lead, 6-4. Boy, Joe's hit a couple shots from the outside these 2 days. Now Enterprise will throw it away in their offensive end and turn it back over to the Buckaroos, who have a little bit of momentum.
Or just Joe Boyle, no issue.
6-4 now in favor of the Buckaroos, leading the 2A state runners-up, the Enterprise Wolves here at the Sevier Valley Center, but still very early in this game. Boston Freestone loses the handle, but corrals it, and we're down now under 4.5 to go in the opening quarter. Monticello leading by 2. Freestone looking for some room. Out high on the right wing now, he'll hand off to English, who will take his spot. Now they try to set a little pick, but that doesn't work. To Devin Hatch, he'll lob it underneath the basket. Too much traffic in there. Enterprise intercepts. They're on the run. And Bowler goes right through traffic, kicks it out, right wing 3, Randall, yes. And it's 7-6. The Wolves retake the lead. Yeah, this team I think is going to be dangerous from anywhere where they're shooting. And we saw that on the first basket of the game when the Bucks left Bowler wide open. I don't think they've done that since. Monticello has it quickly back in the offensive end. Here's Hatch on a drive, kicks it out. Nebeker 2, I believe, no good. It missed everything. Enterprise grabs the loose ball. Into traffic comes Bowler, kicks it into the left corner. A wide open 3 is no good. That's Matt Ramos. And now the ball comes out of bounds near the scorer's table. Monticello right now leaving some guys open for long-range shots. They've hit a couple, have Enterprise. 7-6 right now with the Wolves leading by 1. And we are nearing the 3:20 mark remaining here in the first quarter. Joe Boyle has it now back in the offensive end for Monticello. Cross court, this ball knocked away and intercepted. And down court for the easy lay-in is Jed Beckstrand, I was told. And so it's 9-6 now as Enterprise stretches a lead to 3. We're going to get our first timeout of this ball game. Comes with 3:09 remaining in the first, and the 9-6 lead for Enterprise. Let's have a look at some scores from this event. Yesterday's games, Enterprise beating North Sevier 58-39. These are games that we're interested in with our teams involved. Manti, interestingly, I don't know if it's officially an upset or what, but Grantsville obviously looking good. They beat Manti, the defending champions, who San Juan will face after this game, 65-61. Monticello, of course, losing to Kanab yesterday, 41-31. San Juan with a comeback win over North Summit, 62-54. Juab easily over Duchesne, 56-40. And then a couple 30-point wins for Parowan, 65-35 over Delta, and North Sevier, 75-45 over Mount Vernon. In today's action, Juab beating Mount Vernon 72-32. Kanab losing to North Summit 64-50, and Parowan beating Duchesne in the most recent game before ours 48-39.
No, 44. Foul on number 4, Matthew Ramos is first.
North Summit, North Sevier, and Duchesne, all region opponents that the Buckeyes received.
Yeah, and it's good to start the season against challenging teams. And speaking of, Enterprise steals from Monticello, driving down court, but missing the layup is Beckstrand. And that's a break for Monticello. They transition, but Devin Hatch missing a layup on the other end. And that is what plagued the Buckaroos yesterday. You heard Coach Kais talking about that. That's going to take some more time in the gym, as he was saying. And here's Beckstrand again with the baseline jumper, no good. So the team's trading missed shots right now. The Bucks right back. A three for Boston Freestone is good. And Monticello ties it back up, this time at 9.
Let's go! Deal!
Excellent shot by Boston. Came into the offense.
Enterprise with it back in their offensive end, and Rylan Randall thought about it a couple times from long range, but hands off now. Now they will back it out to Hyatt, and he hits his first basket of the day from beyond the arc. And it is 12-9.
Now it should be 12-9.
And Monticello with it back in the offensive end, right wing for English, back to Freestone, top of the key. Monticello hanging with this Enterprise team so far, looking already more sharp than they did yesterday, which is an obvious thing in your first game of the season on this size of a stage. Cedar English with a long three here, no good. Rebounded by Enterprise, and they'll come the other way. In a quick transition to the bucket and scoring is Tyler Hyatt. So back-to-back buckets for Hyatt. And Monticello doesn't want to let him heat up. It's 14-9 now. A 5-point lead for Enterprise is their largest of the day so far. Other action from our schools, the girls' teams are already underway as well. The Monticello girls beating Grand on Thursday night in Moab, 36-33. They're off until Tuesday when they will face their rivals to the south, the San Juan Lady Broncos, and that's going to be our next broadcast after this weekend, a 7 p.m. tip on Tuesday. So we invite you to join us about 6:45 for that pregame, and we'll have that rivalry game on Red Rock 92 for you. Speaking of the San Juan girls, they lost in their first game at the Shannon Johnson Uinta tournament in Vernal on Thursday night, 35-30 to Union. And then they did pick up their first win of the season last night against Wasatch Academy, 51-42. So congrats to the girls and their new campaign. And they are actually in action right now. We're hoping to get a final as they're taking on South Summit at that tournament in Vernal as we speak. So a lot of basketball going on. Everybody who's involved is very thankful to be able to play a season, or at least to begin a season, and we'll see how it goes with all the COVID-19 stuff. But just looking at this Enterprise team, since we didn't really get a chance to look at them during a very shortened pre-game this afternoon, but a lot of players on this team saw some serious varsity time last year. Matt Bowler, who we've already heard from today, scored 168 points as a junior last season. Adam Holt, 118 points for Enterprise last year. Brecken Nelson, 95, and Jed Beckstrand, all in double-digit scoring. He had 32 last year for Enterprise. As Monticello has it in now after this timeout. Down nearing a minute to go in this opening quarter. The Buckaroos trailing by 5. Looking to cut into this Enterprise lead here. They have the ball. And a nice job by Hatch to spin under the basket. Lays it up off the glass as he's falling down, and it goes awry. It'll be grabbed by Enterprise. and they run the other way. Bounce it down into the right corner. Now up top straight away, Matt Bowler. He quarterbacks a play here, down to 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Hands off to Randall, who will walk it back to the midcourt paint. Now tries to go around Easton Young. They'll find a man open down under the basket. Easy lay-in for Cooper Adams from the right side. And it's 16-9. Enterprise, Monticello allowing Enterprise to get a little bit of distance here in this first quarter. And now we're going to get an Enterprise foul with 23 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Number 44.
44 here. They do have the numbers on the scoreboard now, so that really helps us broadcasters, that's for sure. That'll be Matt Ramos, his first of the afternoon. And 5 now, I'm sorry, that's his second. And 5 now for Enterprise. Monticello still with 2 fouls. Austin Freestone missed on the first of 2 foul shots. So 1 forthcoming as both teams exchange players here.
Carson Wells, Landon Ewart, and Easton Young are all in the game for Monticello.
And Freestone drains the second of 2. So he's got 4 on the afternoon, and the Bucks hit double digits. They're down by 6, 16-10. Enterprise very quickly in the offensive end with it. Nice shot block by Grant Nebeker there, as big number 32, Adam Holt, tried to release one. And Monticello will run it up. Now Boston Freestone with the crossover, bounces into the paint, had the ball knocked away, and now Landon Ewart, good to see him after the ankle injury yesterday. Here's a 3 up, no good from Easton Young at the buzzer, and that will do it for 8 minutes of play. And it sees Monticello trailing 16-10, and I guess I'm just shocked at the echoing silence in this big arena at the end of a period. Usually you'd have some noise, but man. I think I can hear myself calling the play after I'm done calling the play out here today, so little echo. Yeah. Yeah, and that's either good or bad.
You know, it's interesting.
Already have been, that's for sure. Absolutely. I don't think they're paid enough. Absolutely. We are brought to you this afternoon on Red Rock 92 and at pictureitpalmer.com by San Juan Public Health, encouraging you to help slow and prevent COVID-19 infections by wearing masks when you're less than 6 feet apart from other folks. Also this afternoon, San Juan Economic Development. Local businesses are now offering great deals thanks to the Shop in Utah program. You can learn more at utahscanyonCountry.com. Click on the Shop in Utah icon, and Enterprise picking up where they left off at the end of the first quarter as Tyler Hyatt spins into the middle and hits a jumper. He's got 7 to lead all scoring now, and Enterprise increases the lead to 8. And Monticello with it in the offensive end. Boston Freestone 3 from the left, no good. That one barely nicked the front side of the rim. And it remains 18-10, Enterprise in transition. Boy, Randall had it wide open under the basket, but kicks it out. A 3 from the right side is no good, and I don't have a number or a name for number 1, so if we can maybe find that out. As Easton Young. And it's, I'll have to, I think I'll have to add him.
Easton, you can't hold him at the top. You got to go side to side. You got to attack him.
Number 15.
Looks like we're going to have a foul on Tyler Hyatt here.
He may have been shocked to get that ball. We had a pretty wide open play inside.
Yeah. I think next time out I'll just have to add him to the roster, and we'll see if we can go from there. Joe Boyle, right wing, in the meantime to Boston Freestone down to the baseline. Devin Hatch knocked away. Tough play under the basket, and that'll go to Enterprise coming the other way. And they're going to get Tyler Hyatt wide open under the basket. He'll have an easy lay-in from the right side, and it's a 10-point lead now for Enterprise, 20-10. Monticello with it back in the offensive end. Joe Boyle nearly straight away. Goes left side to English, now to Young. He'll dribble, thought about coming inside, but backs it out now. Hands off to English. English will try to penetrate. He's fouled as he kind of went up awkwardly, but this will draw a foul on Matt Bowler. That's his first of the day.
1-1.
Let's see if we can add this player. It's
Go knock it down.
Brady Crouch, thank you. Is he, what's his year in school?
Number 30.
Do we know?
English.
All right.
There we go. Good job, Devin.
And Enterprise, let's see, Monticello missed both foul shots, I believe. And who was at the line there? If that was Cedar English missing both foul shots, and then coming the other way, Tyler Hyatt had a shot that went awry. Devin Hatch also missed a shot in that action. I think we're back squared away, and it's a 20-10 lead with 6:12 to go in the first half here. Enterprise on top of Monticello. We're going to get an Enterprise foul. Yep. So that's his first, but Enterprise has already racked up 8. So Monticello in the bonus here with still over 6 minutes to go in the first half. And Devin Hatch drops in the first of 2 foul shots. That pulls Monticello back to within 9. And he'll try to make it an 8-point deficit here from the line. And he succeeds. So it's 20-12. Monticello hanging in here. On the verge of allowing too much distance for Enterprise, but trying to battle. Now the Wolves will get it down baseline right, and having an open look and floating that one in is Jed Beckstrand, and it's 22-12. Joe Boyle will walk it across for Monticello, hands off to Freestone, back to Boyle, straightaway 3, rims off, rebounded by Enterprise. And they're on the run the other way, and it's Bowler, left wing, gets it back, goes cross court for Crouch. I'm not going to forget his name now. And now top of the key is Bowler. He'll go right side for Crouch again. He backs it up to the paint at the midcourt line, and now tries to work in on Freestone. Now he's hemmed in a bit. That could have been a travel, but he's going to get the ball away, gets it back. Now they come around left corner, and they'll find a man wide open underneath. The layup goes awry from Beckstrand, and Monticello grabs the board. So after all that action, Monticello didn't suffer any damage, and they'll have a chance to pull to within 6 with 5 minutes to go in the first half. Joe Boyle out high right side, hands off. They'll give it to Easton Young now. He hands off to Boston Freestone. Young will get it back.
All right, here we go.
On the crossover, now hands to Freestone. Monticello staying out high right now.
Mixer.
Left side for Freestone again. Nobody's really moving their feet here a whole lot for Monticello. Now they'll get Joe Boyle in the right corner for 3. Yes! Nothing but net. Joe Boyle looking strong from the outside in these first 2 games. Yeah, those things, what color is that? Those are definitely teal and pink. And Enterprise is going to answer with a 3 of their own from Rylan Randall out of the left corner. 10-point game again as the 2 teams trade 3s. Well, that was tough. Monticello was within 5 there for a few seconds. That was key, but Enterprise with a big 3 right there. Boston Freestone will now bounce it down inside the arc for Hatch, who tries to spin his way to the bucket. He'll draw a foul on the baseline. That'll be on Hyatt, his second. Enterprise with 9 in the first half now. So Monticello's on the verge of hitting the double bonus here.
Number 10, Devin Hatch.
And Hatch had a 1-and-1 here, but fails on the front end, so Monticello won't get a second shot, and Enterprise grabs the board, so they'll have it in the offensive end. 3:40 to go now in the first half, and the Wolves leading by 10. They've got some good foot movement, good ball movement here, and right through traffic into the paint. Missing the floater is Nelson. goes to Monticello on the rebound, and then an Enterprise foul will put Monticello in the double bonus.
His third.
That's his third foul, too, against Enterprise. They're starting to get a little bit of foul trouble.
Yeah, a lot of fouls here in this first half. 10, and Monticello just 2 still.
You got 2 shots, guys.
So Enterprise definitely aggressive with the D. This time it'll put Cedar English to the line, and Monticello shooting 2 for the duration of the first half. And English hits the first. These are big free throws for Monticello now.
Number 24, Grant Nebeker.
Nebeker comes back in for Monticello, replacing Devin Hatch. As English toes the line, set for shot number 2. And it rolls in. So the Buckaroos back to within 8 points again. Enterprise with the ball, running it across is Crouch. They'll hand off near side to Matt Bowler, who bounces it left of the basket in the paint, now gets it back, and it's stolen as Boston Freestone steps in the way of a pass. Now he'll go to the bucket, but I think they're going to call an offensive foul here. I guess he pushed off.
Must have been a push. Are you serious?
Fouls on number 5.
So Freestone
is first.
So Freestone's first of the afternoon. That'll give Monticello 3. And the Wolves will inbound and run it up. Here's Brady Crouch. Has a pass deflected by Easton Young and out of bounds. So the Wolves will reset with 3:07 remaining in the half. And Randall will step to the sideline, sends it all the way into the paint, and the shot is blocked from behind by Boston Freestone. That was a Jed Beckstrand effort there. And it goes out of bounds off of Beckstrand and will be Monticello's ball going the other way.
Nice defensive help by Boston there to get the Buckaroos the ball once again.
And Young will get a pass from Freestone as they walk it across. Now they'll shift to the left side. Easton Young has it. Goes to the right, Cedar English, and not surprisingly, he's double teamed. Monticello expects that all afternoon here. After English scored 19 for Monticello yesterday, that was a large part of their offense. Now the Bucks find Grant Nebeker open left baseline, but the defense for Enterprise closes in very quickly. Boston Freestone had a look, kicks it back out, left corner 3 from Joe Boyle, bounces off the top of the backboard and goes out of bounds. This must have been deflected, because Monticello will retain possession.
Well, we're going to call that a deflection, whether it was or not.
Boston Freestone gets it in now from Cedar English. And we'll hand off to Joe Boyle straight away. Left side for Young, who will dribble it back right. We're down to 2:15 to go in the opening half. It's a 25-17 lead for the defending 2A runners-up, the Enterprise Wolves. Monticello trying to hang in this one. They're down by 8 right now. Cedar English gets a look from the paint, no good. And the rebound down to Enterprise. Boy, their transitions are quick, and Monticello is leaving guys open underneath the basket, but missing a layup again is Adam Holt. So Monticello's getting some breaks with some missed Enterprise shots. Now Cedar English floats a long 3 from the left side, no good. But Monticello tracks down the rebound. Now Easton Young drains the 3.
Nice little catch, a little rebound, and put back by Easton from 3-point territory. That was awesome.
Matt Bowler for Enterprise will answer with a 2 as he was just inside the arc, right or left wing, and now coming back the other way. Boston Freestone floats a 3, no good. So trying to get some quick scoring, open this up offensively. Both these teams here. This ball goes out of bounds off Enterprise. Monticello will reset in the offensive end.
Basketball.
And Cedar English steps to the right baseline. He'll inbound to Nebeker. Now on to Easton Young around the horn left side for Joe Boyle. Boyle cross court to Boston Freestone. As Monticello's content to stand with the basketball. Now Freestone goes to the dribble, tried to go down into the right corner. It's knocked out of bounds by Enterprise. Adam Holt stuck his hand out and swatted that out of bounds. Monticello keeps possession. And they'll reset. English sends it up high to Easton Young. He'll see some room in the paint, drives through, can't get the hook shot to go, but he draws a foul. He'll shoot 2.
Easton's really got a quick first step. He was open there for a while, but the Enterprise defense collapsed on him.
At the line, number 1, Steve Young.
That's the first foul of the day on Brady Crouch, but 11 now for Enterprise in this first half alone. So unless they curtail this, we could see some players in some serious foul trouble in the second half. And Easton makes him pay here as he drains the first of two. Second shot too short. And it's a 6-point lead, though, as Monticello's dragging themselves back in it. But now a long-range three is no good. It's going to bounce off, and now Enterprise will get a look off the glass and good for Crouch. First shot was off the mark from Rylan Randall. And now Monticello in transition the other way. 33 seconds to go in the half. An 8-point lead again for Enterprise. Monticello's just hanging in this one.
There it is.
Now Cedar English left wing three or left corner three is no good. And I think that's something that may come as the season goes along. Obviously, first couple games here in a bigger gym than you're used to playing in. No wall behind the basket. And a lot of problems yesterday making shots. I think the shooting is cool today, but not as bad as yesterday.
Yeah, they're definitely going to work out of football and into basketball here in these preseason games.
I am not sure who that foul was on or what that was.
It's against Boston Freestone.
Okay.
His first.
So I already had him for that offensive. Was that not a offensive foul earlier? I'm not sure. So it'll be 2 on Boston Freestone now. I'm not exactly sure. At any rate, it'll be number 23 for the Wolves to the line, Jed Beckstrand, and drains the first of 2. So that makes it now a 9-point game. This is as large as it's been in a while. Monticello was keeping it within 6 or 8 there for a couple minutes. Beckstrand gets a friendly roll here, and it's an 11-point game. I believe that's as large as it's been all game. And Boston Freestone with a, 3-quarter court 3-point shot here. He may have had another second that he didn't know he had there. And that sails awry, and we are through 2 quarters already, and a 10-point lead for the Enterprise Wolves, 31-21. We're glad you've joined us. It is the Central Utah Boys High School Basketball Preview, coming to you live from the Sevier Valley Center in Richfield. It's day 2 action. Monticello losing yesterday to Kanab, San Juan beating North Summit. Today it's Monticello versus Enterprise, trailing by 10, and San Juan will follow this game against the defending 3A state champions, the Manti Templars. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back out here in just a few minutes. Stay with us. You're listening to High School Hoops on Red Rock 92. Yes. Yeah, San Juan is here, so I think I will go see if I can get with the coach. So, Bill, you want to take over? All right, so we're good with our mics. David, we're not on the air?
I hope you're enjoying the game. This could be your commercial. To become a sponsor and to learn more, you can check us out at the Become a Sponsor button right here above. Enjoy the game.
So we won't need to take another break. We are set to start the second half, and it is a 10-point lead for the Enterprise Wolves, the defending second-place team from the 2A ranks last year in the state tournament, and Monticello with their hands full. After this game, San Juan is going to have their hands full. That our San Juan County squads get to warm themselves up against to start off this season. And we are started here in the second half, underway. As Enterprise has the basketball, and they're immediately going to get the ball underneath. The shot is no good, rolls off the rim there to open it up. And now a long-range shot, so missing was Hyatt from underneath. And then Adam Holt from three-point range. Monticello survives, and they'll bring it into the offensive end. Their first possession of the second half. Left wing now for Boyle. He'll go cross court. That made it all the way over to Cedar English. Over traffic, and what an over-under that was, but English doesn't get the friendly finger, the roll on the finger roll there. Wow, that was quite an effort, and now the ball's going to be lost by Enterprise going the other way, so it'll come back over to Monticello.
Yeah, that little layup attempt by Cedar covered a lot of territory before it just rolled off the rim.
Joe Boyle has an opportunity to just walk it up here. Monticello will swing it around to the left side. Boston Freestone. Monticello comes out looking pretty energetic. Already sharper than they were yesterday. Game 2 as opposed to game 1.
I like it.
Another on the left wing has a look. He'll come out high to Freestone. On around to Devin Hatch on the right side. He'll come back to the left. He'll go into the left corner. Joe Boyle sends one over the rim from three-point range. And Enterprise grabs the ball off the glass. They'll run the floor. And an easy layup the other way for Tyler Hyatt. Hyatt has a game-high 11 points now. As Monticello transitions back the other way. And they have it set up in the offensive end. Nebeker, top of the key, right side now for Boyle. Tried to send it back to Nebeker. He wasn't expecting it. And he has to come over to the scorer's table to recover that on the sideline. And the Buckaroos will try to work it in. Cedar English kicked it out to Boyle for three. Rims off. Nice tap back for Boston Freestone, though.
Nice move by Boston, having an easy putback there, but he put himself in a good position.
And Enterprise scores the other way. Who was that?
Wyatt, number 15.
Tyler Hyatt scoring for Enterprise, makes it 35-23. I've got 21, so I missed a Monticello basket somewhere along the way. Oh, I think I credited Boston Freestone with a missed shot when he actually made it. So we'll fix that, but in the meantime, a three for Tyler Hyatt.
Boy, he's got 7 quick points here in the third quarter. He's really good inside and out.
Yeah, so you say from everywhere on the floor, maybe?
Yeah, he ran well for that first basket and was in great position for the second one. Big three-pointer for his third basket of the second half.
And now Monticello turns it over, so Enterprise the other way, leading by 15 and starting to get some good distance on Monticello now. Still 5:05 left in the third quarter, but the Wolves lose it out of bounds on the far sideline. And we've got a timeout on the floor. Monticello trailing the Enterprise Wolves in the third quarter, 5:05 to go. We'll take a break ourselves. Stay with us. You're listening to High School Hoops on Red Rock 92. Good afternoon, Rhett Sifford alongside Bill Boyle, welcoming you back to the Sevier Valley Center in Richfield. It's the Central Utah Boys Basketball Preview this weekend, and both of our San Juan County teams who are in action played yesterday. Monticello suffering a loss, San Juan winning. Both teams playing again today. It's Monticello trailing Enterprise right now, but it's 38-26 as Cedar English hits a three. And then we've got Devin Hatch slow to get up here after that play. He did roll the ankle earlier in the game back in the first quarter, and looks like he's going to be okay. I think they blew the whistle for him here, so he'll have to come out.
Devin really has some good skills inside. He plays like a 6'6" player, but he's not quite 6'6". Takes a lot of hits.
Enterprise in quick transition as they have been all game long. Now they'll dump it down underneath. Hit from behind, and shooting two is going to be Tyler Hyatt. Could not make the shot fall, but this will be a foul on Cedar English of Monticello. That's our...
At the line for the Wolves, number 15.
No, I guess it's not Cedar English.
They called it again. Cedar is the correct.
I should have told you they don't have any food in there right now.
Interesting. They're showing a foul on number 2 up there, so I'm not sure who that is. But it is the first foul of the second half, and it puts Hyatt to the line. He drains his first, 39-26 now.
They don't want to be open there for him.
Hyatt's second shot on the way, and nothing but net. He's up to 18 points now on a game high.
The last 9 points, or all 9 points in the second half have been scored by big number 15.
And that makes it 40-26 in favor of the Enterprise Wolves. By the way, Monticello wearing home white today, while Enterprise wears their road yellow unis. And Cedar misses everything on this three-point effort. That goes out of bounds under the basket. Enterprise will get it back.
Cedar's run a lot of defensive attention in this game so far. It hasn't had many open shots. We have them right there.
Yeah, I think when you get open in this game, if you're a Buckaroo, it might distract you. Enterprise has definitely been getting their money's worth on the man-on-man D. Now a nice play as they find Rylan Randall open, run into the basket from the left side, and he lays it up off the glass, and that makes it 42-26. Enterprise continues to stretch the lead here in this second half. We're down to 3:40 to go in the third. Cedar English had a look, thought about it, now steps inside the arc and airmails the two. Enterprise gets the loose ball and they'll run the floor. Now right wing near the corner for Randall. Comes straight away to Bowler. He'll drive to the right, hand off. Now they go down underneath, some nice movement there, and running to the basket on the baseline, and scoring is Bowler. I'm sorry, that was Brecken Nelson with the basket. I have that as his first of the day. That makes it 44-26 and 3:12 remaining in this third quarter now. Our broadcast of high school hoops on Red Rock 92 and PictureItPalmer.com is brought to you in part by the San Juan Record, who are proud to cover local sports on Red Rock 92, SJRnews.com, and in the San Juan Record. Also this afternoon, Red's Ace Hardware, serving the community since 1909 for all your grill, hardware, home improvement, lawn and garden, and tool needs. Blue Mountain Hospital, Utah Navajo Health System, Northern Electric, Montella's Repair, Blanding Napa Auto Parts, Canyonlands Tire, CB's, Four Corners Electric, Flights Gymnastics, Blue Sage Inn, and Car Shop. Also this afternoon, That's a Pizza, Chris Black Agency, and Amy A. Westcott CPA. I want to say thanks to all the sponsors for making these broadcasts possible. We could not do these without you. And if you're interested in sponsoring the broadcast of San Juan County High School sports on Red Rock 92, be sure to give us a call, 587-2277, and we will sign you up. I don't know if there's any other way for folks to sign up, but... So here's Monticello in the offensive end with it. After the timeout, and now a travel is going to be called on Cedar English. That was a tough play there.
Cedar, you see him trapping, right back to him,
Double team and then a triple team.
Here we go, hands up!
And Enterprise will take the ball away following the turnover. And they'll set it up. Here's a straightaway three for Hyatt, rims off. He was uncovered. And Monticello comes the other way on the rebound. Cedar English drives through the paint. Beautiful over-under right through the D and gets the left-hand finger roll to go. And Enterprise in quick transition. They find the baseline, and now keeping it away from the D is Nelson. He gets some help from Hyatt, who again is just all over the floor here this afternoon.
Did you get my copy from the other day?
And Enterprise just content to keep it on the perimeter for the time being here in the offensive end. Now into the paint, Hyatt. He'll kick it out to an open bowler for three, yes. 47-28 now. I didn't think I had missed a bat. Oh, yeah, I did. That's right. I figured out what my deal was. 47-28, and now Monticello throws it away. Coming the other way is Enterprise's Brecken Nelson, and he gets an easy layup down court out ahead of the Monticello D. The Buckaroos coming back the other way after that bucket. Cedar English trying to get around the defensive Matt Bowler. Now hands off to Hatch. He drives through traffic. Nice little layup from the left side. Actually ended up being kind of a reverse layup, and Hatch is down again. I think he's going to get another whistle. And
he hurt his ankle.
Yeah, he's upset. He's been favoring that ankle all game long, and this one has got him pretty upset, so not sure if he'll be able to continue. We'll keep an eye on him.
Devin's had problems with his ankle and knee for years.
It definitely looks like an issue here today, so here's a foul on the floor against Monticello in the Enterprise offensive end. This will be on Cedar English, his second of the day. Monticello has the only 2 fouls in the second half. Boy, this is a far cry from the first half when Enterprise racked up 12, I think. They get a quick inbounds bucket here, as this is Matt Bowler just laying it up and in. And Enterprise right now just getting open around Monticello all day long. Cedar English misses a 3 here. The Buckaroos track down the loose ball, and little fade from the right baseline here for Boston Freestone won't go. Rebounded by Enterprise. A little press from Monticello here, but Enterprise breaks it. They'll go off, not off the glass, sorry, just right in from number 23, Jed Beckstrand. And that makes it a 23-point game, 53-30. We're into the final 45 seconds of the third quarter.
Impressive ball movement by Enterprise.
Easton Young has it for Monticello, baseline right, bounces it across for Joe Boyle. There's a lot of traffic in there. He was battling with Jed Beckstrand, and Joe can't corral it before it touches the sideline, and so that'll be a turnover to Enterprise with half a minute now to go in the third quarter. And Enterprise up by 23. Right wing now for Bowler as the Wolves bring it in. They'll go left side. I'm guessing we might see a couple sophomores on the court for Enterprise in the fourth quarter. Matt Bowler hits a 3 as I say that, and we're down to 5 seconds to go in the quarter, and a 26-point lead now for the Wolves. Here's a right side 3 for Joe Boyle that won't go, and that's the way the third quarter will end. A 56-30 lead right now for the Enterprise Wolves. It's game 2 for these Monticello Buckaroos at the Sevier Valley Center. The Central Utah boys basketball preview. We are glad you've joined us. We're going to take a break. We'll be back out here in just a couple minutes. Stay with us. You're listening to High School Hoops on Red Rock 92.
Good job, Easton.
And Easton Young now has it as he'll step back toward the midcourt paint. Now left wing Boston Freestone. On the crossover now, he loses the handle, has to pick it up, goes to Nebeker, right wing for Cedar English. And he hops his way down toward the baseline. I think he draws a foul here as he goes up. I think this will be on the floor. And I think this is the first foul on Enterprise here in this. Nope, second foul. So Beckstrand with both of their fouls in the second half. Now a three for Boston Freestone, misses everything. And it's grabbed by Enterprise, and they get a man out ahead of the D, and that is Beckstrand. He lays it up and in easily, and it's a 28-point lead. Monticello is looking for some points now. Down 58-30 with 6:50 remaining in this game, and now Boston Freestone will be called for the walk.
Hey, you got 3 guys open.
Wolves basketball.
And Enterprise will take it back over. They'll inbound in the backcourt.
An offensive barrage by the Enterprise here in the second half. 7-9.
Yeah, the Buckaroos offense has been a lot quieter here in the second half, and now they'll add to it right here, will Enterprise. Brecken Nelson lays one in from underneath. Cedar English has it. He'll lob it up for Easton Young, baseline left. And in traffic, he's not a very tall player, but he was able to get that. Now it's the teal-footed Joe Boyle who hands back to Cedar English. His three rolls off. Rebounded by Enterprise, and they're on the way the other direction. Rylan Randall carries it in. Now he'll go to the baseline. There's a little fade that doesn't go. That was number 44 on that effort, Matt Ramos. And now a three from the left side. Misses everything and goes out of bounds by Rylan Randall.
For the Wolves, number 10, Cooper Adams, and number 1, Brady Crouch.
I'm not sure. Are you saying Joe Boyle is a rare duck? I don't know how much he'd appreciate that. I guess you're open to any kind of criticism if you're wearing shoes like that. So right wing, it is Joe Boyle. He'll come inside to English. It opens up for him, and he goes right to the hole and scores it off the glass with the left hand. And English is up to 11 now for the Buckaroos. He scored 19 yesterday in a losing effort against Kanab. And Boston Freestone will be whistled for a foul here as he reached in on Brady Crouch. And Enterprise will reset in the offensive end as Landon Ewart comes in. And indeed, we have not seen Devin Hatch again. I see his dad sitting on the bench talking with him, so it's not very likely we're going to see Devin Hatch come back into this game. Hopefully, he'll be able to continue on the season as well.
Boston Freestone just had his fourth foul.
Foul is on number 25, Joe Boyle, his second.
Oh, I guess that was... yeah, so I must have missed a foul. We get another Monticello foul here, so they're up to... well, I'm not sure. I thought they were up to 5, but that's not the case. Enterprise can't get a shot to go here. That was Nelson. Rebounded by Monticello, and Easton Young will run it up. And Coach Keyes is going to call a timeout now with 5:10 to go in the game. And a 60-32 lead here for Enterprise. We are glad you've joined us for high school hoops on Red Rock 92. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll take a break ourselves. Stay with us. You are listening to High School Hoops on Red Rock 92.
These are the blanding only sponsors.
Yeah. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Rhett Sifford and Bill Boyle welcoming you back to the Sevier Valley Center. It's the Central Utah Boys Basketball Preview. And right now, the Enterprise Wolves going away on Monticello 60-32. We still have 5 minutes left in this ball game, though, as Monticello called the timeout to talk it over.
Checking into the game for the Wolves, number 21, Max Hunt.
All right, I knew we would get to the bottom of that. Now we're getting crazy. Oh, and I have apparently not ended. All right, so here we go. It's Landon Ewert now with it, handing off to Easton Young. They'll go cross court for Joe Boyle. Back to Young. He goes right side for Boyle. Now to Young, on to Ewert again for three, left wing, and that rims out. And Monticello would love to buy a basket if they could, but not right here. And this ball knocked out of bounds. Apparently Enterprise loses it out of bounds, so that'll be Buckaroo basketball going the other way.
Get out.
Yeah, I think maybe on the defense they've backed off on the aggressiveness, but a tale of two halves, that's for sure. But yeah, they definitely have the offense working. Here's Joe Boyle for three, yes, and that's three. That's actually 4 3-pointers for him on the afternoon. Wait, no, it is 3. So he is 3 of 8, all of his shots from beyond the arc today. There's a shot that rolls off for Enterprise. That was Cooper Adams. And it's rebounded by Monticello. They come back the other way. I think the secret is to get Boyle open from long range. They do here. He floats it up. This one rims off, though. And Monticello with a follow-up here doesn't go. That's Ewert. And coming the other way is Enterprise on the rebound. Pulling up for three is Randall, no. Rebounded by Crouch, and then he finds an open Cooper Adams in the paint. Easy layup for Adams. He has 4 on the evening. I don't think we've seen Tyler Hyatt a whole lot here in this fourth quarter. I don't imagine that we will, as he racked up 18 points, scored 9 of them here in the second half, and I imagine he'll be sitting on the bench a whole lot here in this fourth quarter. But Cedar English misses a 3. Landon Ewert there can't get a putback. Enterprise coming the other way, missing a shot. That was Randall, who couldn't connect. Ball is off Enterprise, out of bounds on the baseline here. Now a fire wagon change, as we are going to start seeing some of these underclassmen for Enterprise coming in. And this is going to give me some fits because I don't have any of these guys on my roster. So I've got a 14 and 25 here that I don't have. We'll figure it out at some point, but anyway, Monticello with it in the offensive end as Cedar English has it at the free throw line. He'll dump it back to Young. On right side for Boston Freestone. Now to Joe Boyle, back to the top of the key for Young. He'll send it back to Boyle. Now Young again to the right side. English thought about the 3, now drives to the basket, can't get the shot to go. And it's taken down by Enterprise. They're on the run the other way, and it's number 25. He'll come out high to number 21, that is. And now right side 25, they'll go under the basket, and Cedar English with a huge block underneath there as Austin Thomas had the shot swatted. He's maybe the one guy who just came in I actually have on my roster. And Easton Young in transition for Monticello, missing a 3. Rebounded by Enterprise, and they'll run it down under the court in traffic. Number 25 couldn't get it to go. Now number 10, Cooper Adams, missing a shot right underneath the basket, and they'll kick it back out high as Enterprise keeps possession. Now into traffic. Here's a push-off by, that's Austin Thomas for Enterprise, I thought. No, they're going to call that on Monticello. And that'll be Boston Freestone's 5th and final. So he's out of this one with 6 points. And Enterprise inbounds in the offensive end. Off the glass and good is Cooper Adams to increase the lead to 64-35. And Easton Young will walk it up for the Buckaroos with 90 seconds now to go in this ball game. So the Buckaroos, a tough start to the season, will fall to 0-2 on the year this afternoon. Here's a long-range Easton Young three that missed everything.
Checking into the game for the Buckaroos, number 2.
And the Buckaroos will come back to Monticello to regroup and get set for next week.
Yeah, they head to Green River on Tuesday where they'll take on the Pirates. Our broadcast team will be broadcasting the girls' game, Monticello versus San Juan, Tuesday evening.
Yeah, it's tough to pass on the rivalry matchup. Enterprise with it in the offensive end, down to a minute to go in this ball game now. The Wolves leading 64-35. It's been all Wolves all the time in this game. Monticello hung in for the first quarter for sure. I think maybe a little bit into that second quarter. They were within 6 a couple times, but Enterprise has really gotten distance from the midpoint on. I think there's 3 shots, and finally one of them went in for number 40, Austin Thomas. And we had another shot that didn't go either, number 14. And now Monticello will score, gets a roll. Who was that?
Landon Ewart, I think.
Landon Ewart scoring that time for the Buckaroos. So I believe that's his first points of the day. It is 66-37 now in favor of Enterprise. We're going to get a foul here with 21 seconds to go. That'll be on Grant Nebeker, his first of the day, amazingly. And that actually does put Enterprise in the bonus. I thought it did, but I guess not. So 6 fouls on Monticello here in the second half. And Enterprise bounces it in. And Adams can't get the shot to roll in. The Buckaroos take it away. They'll bring it down court. Nice little pass underneath to Joe Boyle from Cedar English, and Boyle lays it up and in. 66-39 down to the final 5 seconds as it opens up here a bit in the last 10 seconds of the game. Now a 3 is off the front of the rim from number 14, and that will do it. It's a 66-39 final.
And that's the game. Final score.
As Enterprise wins this one going away. And the Monticello Buckaroos fall to 0-2 to start the 2020-2021 season. So they'll need to come back home and get into some form to head up to play Green River on Tuesday. We are glad you've joined us. High school hoops at the Central Utah Boys Basketball Preview at the Sevier Valley Center in Richfield. And we are going to take a break in between games. We'll be back out here to preview the San Juan game against Manti and talk with Bronco head coach Travis Black momentarily. Stay with us. You are listening to High School Hoops on Four Corners Classic Hits, Red Rock 92. Thanks, man.